Notice that I have never seen such an amazing woman. Just because I don't want to see my mother being bullied because of her marriage. Girl, I came to the mountain behind the village alone, trying to rely on their excellent craftsmanship. One person has built a more comfortable new house. This is not the moment. The girl is working non-stop on this. Just built a food kitchen. Now it's ready to be in this open space in front of the house. Use cement and sand to build a few other characters. Speaking of which, the girl is really pitiful. Since I was a child, I have lived in a father-to-mother relationship. In the shadow of domestic violence, we have come to define men deeply. Although it is now over 30 years old, but very afraid of marriage. Until now, the girl still remembers it very clearly. When I was young, every time my father gets drunk, I will always punch and kick my mother for no reason. And the frail mother, even if the nose is bruised and the face is swollen, but never dared to resist, just waiting for my father after a crazy uncle, lying in bed while fast asleep, sitting in the corner crying in a low voice, watching the girl get older and older, but he still refuses to mention his marriage. The girl's mother too, very anxious, although he repeatedly explained to the girl domestic violence is just a small exception, but it didn't work. The mother is also very helpless about this. After a long time, you'll simply listen to the cognition. But what people didn't expect was the girl's sister-in-law is very dissatisfied with this. In my sister-in-law's opinion, there is no one like my sister-in-law. I'm old, and I've been staying at my mother's house. No intention of getting married. Even plan to die alone. Prepare to stay at her mother's house to eat and drink for a lifetime. The girl's sister-in-law couldn't help but be angry, quarrel at home many times, saying that his family does not raise idlers. Let the girl either find a partner quickly, marry yourself early, or move out of this house immediately. Even in front of everyone many times, unabashedly facing the girl's mother. Just a bit of scolding. This made the girl feel very uncomfortable. Finally, I decided to move out of my mother's house, prepare to reach this unmanaged mountain behind the village, create a new character that nobody interrupts. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl build the building? I believe you'll see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Amazing indeed. The master is still in front of the door. You can see it now. The girl has used cement, sandstone, masonry, the whole character. Originally, the girl was going to circle here, raise a few piglets. However, due to the lack of money on him, so before buying piglets, the girl took great pains to weave a few fish baskets, ready to catch some fish and shrimp in exchange for some money. After placing the fish basket, you can go home and wait for the night. Let's check out the final fish shipment. I have to. The girl's luck is not bad. After a night of waiting patiently, in the end, it's a small gang, successfully caught some fish turtles. Wait for it to be packed and cooked. You can take it to the market for sale. Finally, plus the income from selling fish and the money on him, the girl was still successful in the hands of the nearby villagers. I bought 2 black piglets. You just carry it home. It can be put into the construction and fed. Although the construction of the entire building has been completed, breeding is also on the way. But the girl doesn't plan to stop. Prepare to put this piece in front of the house. The mud is also cleaned up. Harden it well. After the land is completely leveled and compact, the cement can be stirred to harden. How did it go? Look at the girl's busy figure. Do you think it's great from the bottom of your heart? If possible, please pay attention to such a girl. Click on a free love. Support it. Thank you very much. You can see it. Girl first. The clearing in front of the food gate has been hard. Then he tittied up the kitchen non-stop. Front field. And that little dirt patch in front of the chicken coop. It will be hardened together later. How about a woman as capable as a girl? How many points would you score? Welcome to comment and leave a message. I have never seen such an amazing woman. Just because my parents don't agree to divorce me. In a fit of rage, he cut off all contact with his family. Then I came to this mountain alone. Prepare to build a suitable residence here. Live in isolation. Rest and recuperate. To say that the girl has really been amazing, although young. But he is proficient in all 18 martial arts, relying on their own excellent craftsmanship, alone, and built this amazing double-story bamboo hut. Now, the girl is busy non-stop. Prepare to be next to the bamboo Build house. A bamboo kitchen for living and cooking. To say that the girl really has a hard life. Just got married not long ago. One discovery after another. Her husband, a high school history teacher. I've been secretly carrying myself, cooking up with other women outside. Again and again, after making repeated promises to yourself. Still immutable. No convergence. Facing her husband's infidelity. The girl is really unbearable. Finally, made a plan to divorce. But what the girl didn't expect was, after his parents found out what had happened. But I am very opposed to the girl's approach. Single-minded. I want to persuade my girl to endure it. Good peace of mind, even bluntly. Marriage is the most important thing in a woman's life. You cannot divorce easily the girl's husband, but it's just a tease of words. Neither did it. What really happened to the other women. Let the girl endure it, and it's over. Keep an eye on it later. The days go by slowly. Thoughts on parents. The girl was also very shocked. I can't accept it with my heart. I can only lock myself in the room alone. But in the end, the girl couldn't take it anymore. Parents nagging endlessly, all day. So he quietly left a note to his parents. Then take the dog alone. Came to this mountain. Prepare to live in isolation. Away from the hustle. Take a good look at the expectations in your heart. Long boredom. This doesn't come from the mountains. The girl let herself go. The hooves are busy. It's digging holes and cutting down trees. I built this place in the mountains with all my heart. A new crew away from the hustle. Then let's meditate together. Watch how the girl actually built it. Bamboo kitchen bar. I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Amazing indeed. The masters are still in You can see it. At this moment, the girl has built the overall framework of the house. Now it is using brown pear leaves as a shade. Spread it tightly over the roof. Wait until the roof is laid. The bamboo can be cut. Made into bamboo pieces for kitchen floors. Of course, before the floor was laid, the bottom support needs to be machined again. Add some stout bamboo poles. Voyage as a base plate. Wait for the bamboo slices to be laid. You can use iron nails to support it with the bottom tightly fixed. Immediately after, the girl came to the mountain non-stop, cut down thin bamboo, and cut it into small pieces according to the size of the kitchen. And then it can be used as a fence around the house. One by one, fill in the gaps on all sides, and hold it in place. After this step is completed, you can make the steps of the kitchen door and the guardrails around the house. I have to, watching the girl keep going for days. Hoof work, it's respectable. After all, a woman as capable as a girl. It's rare. It stands to reason that such a woman should have. It deserves better love from men. As a result, I met a hateful husband. It's really distressing. How did it go? Isn't the girl's craftsmanship great? If possible, please order a free one for such a craft. Faye's love. Support it. Thank you very much. Finally, the kitchen door is installed after making it. The girl just needs to add some stove kitchen utensils, an unadorned bamboo kitchen, and you're basically done. How did it go? You will hit more with such a finished product effect. Less points. Welcome to comment and leave. I have never seen a woman attention like a tiger. Just because I gave up on my husband in fall in theory, he left home directly. Then I came to the mountain alone. Prepare to find a suitable location here. Live well for a while. To say that the girl is really amazing. Hard to rely on their excellent craftsmanship. It took almost a year. Here another. Shing built a new house away from the hustle and bustle. Not only did you build the bamboo house all yourself, they've even cultivated vegetable fields, small animals in captivity, and zero noise. Enjoy it here. This free mountain life. This is not the moment. The girl is still working on it non-stop. The girl and her husband were also very loving. And an accident 2 years ago, but it completely changed the lives of the two. At first, the girl's husband is like most people, working 9 to 5 all day to make money. Although I don't earn much, however, the lives of the two was perfectly safe. But look at the good friends around you. One by one, they all made their fortunes. The husband's heart began to become restless. So I thought about finding out if there was a chance. Start a small business too. Count it up like a friend. After some investigation, the girl's husband finally decided to come up with $200,000 invest in a franchise store in town. To be during this period, the girl thought. Let the husband ask his friends for advice carefully. Unexpectedly, her husband is very good looking, shouting that there's nothing to teach. I can do what they can do. Besides, I have already carefully investigated it. There is absolutely no problem. Finally, the girl still failed to seduce her husband. I can only watch helplessly as my husband quits his job, focused on making a fortune. Unexpectedly, due to lack of experience, it's only been open for less than half a year. The husband lost all his investment. It has a huge debt. The girl thought her husband would learn this lesson. I will work hard and make money in the future. I didn't expect my husband to go crazy. Still thinking, can you find a shortcut to make $1? For this reason, The two quarreled a lot on weekdays. In the end, the girl still can't stand this kind of life. Chose to leave. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl build it? I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Amazing indeed. The masters are still in the folk. You can see it now. The girl has built the beams of construction out of wood. Column frame. Now it is in full swing for bamboo and wood cutting. Prepare to continue building the upper roof with chess. Because of the previous construction for the black pigs, it has now become somewhat damaged. The girl is going to be here this time. Build a new pigsty. How did it go? Isn't this girl in front of you very good? This silky craftsmanship. Is it very enviable? If possible, please pay attention to such a girl. Free love. Support it. Thank you very much. The canopy frame on the upper part of the building. After building with bamboo strips, the girl cut some more brown leaves from the mountain. Prepare to pack it up. Then lay the top of the upon tile to forage for food. Wait until this step is completed. You can set the volume to clean up. Ready for captive black pigs. You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Then the girl is going to be tied up with a rope. The legs of the black tail are going to move it into a new building. How about a woman as capable as a girl? How many copies will you type? Welcome to comment and leave a message. I have never seen such an amazing woman. Just because I don't want to face my husband's court. In a fit of rage, he didn't even bother to pack his luggage. Come to the mountain alone. Then try to rely on their excellent craftsmanship. One person is here, build a new home undisturbed. Originally, the girl's husband is also considerate, moving young people. But what the girl didn't expect was, only married for 2 or 3 years, her husband would be affected by a change. Sudden change in temperament. So last summer, the girl's husband received oil and water from his friend. Say there is a good project now. I want my husband to invest together, partner to open a franchise store in town. Although the husband is not a good business person, but with the trust of a friend, I think it's only a total investment of 20 or 30,000 everything in the world. So I finally agreed to my friend's plan. To say that a friend's vision is really amazing. The store has just opened. Business picked up quickly. It gets hot. In less than 2 months, the two of them managed to earn back their full investment. In order to obtain greater benefits, the friend wants to grab this window machine to a nearby township. We're opening a couple of these stores at the same time. So he dressed up as the girl's husband. Hurry up and borrow more money from relatives. Play together with big tickets. Originally, the girl thought this was the way to do it. It's a bit aggressive, but when her husband died, but already frivolous. Fortunately, despite the opposition, he insisted on finding relatives and friends and raised 200,000 into 300,000 friends. But what people didn't expect was, shortly after the new store opened, the same type of storefront has sprung up like bamboo shoots after a rain. In the end, the two were not fully prepared. failed to withstand the impact of the price war, lost all investment. The girl originally thought it was all a lesson. Work hard and make money in the future. Strive to pay off the debt. I didn't expect my husband to have red eyes. Still thinking. Looking for some new projects with friends. Make $1. From then on, her husband was no longer at ease. The little money I made at work. Become high-minded and low-handed. He even forced his daughter-in-law many times. Go back to your parents and borrow more money. Good as the next start-up capital. For this, the two of them always quarrel every now and then. In the end, the girl still couldn't stand her husband's coercion. Walked out of the house. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl build the bamboo house? I believe you'll see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Amazing indeed. The masters are still in the folk. You can see it now. The girl has already built the beam frame of the bamboo house. We put in a roof and a floor. It's in full swing now. The main body of the wooden house. The girl first processed the bamboo with bamboo stress frame of ladder. And then you lay them down one after the other twice. To make the house more beautiful, wait until the bamboo ladder is completed. The girl trimmed the brown pear leaves protruding from the top again. Then the girl started processing bamboo and wood again, getting ready to design doors and windows between the beams. Frame of the wall. Wait until this step is done. You can measure the size of the strong hole, then according to the measured size. Processing bamboo and wood into thin slices. Here we go. The bamboo pieces can be woven into a hole. Make it a wall. Occlusion of the body fixed. I have to. Watching the girl work non-stop for several days. Can't help but be affectionate. Such a girl is really amazing. If possible, please pay attention to such a girl. Free love. Support it. Thank you very much. And then we do the same thing. Make and install the doors and windows of the bamboo house in turn. Wait for the door and window production. You can build the guardrail on the outside of the house. How about this girl? Isn't she amazing? Is she a true strong woman? With the initial construction of the house completed, the girl cleaned up again non-stop. How did it go? How many copies of this finished product will you make? Welcome to comment and leave a message. The girl in front of you is the master of the masters. This was not some time ago. The girl bought a scrap in town, abandoned diesel engine, then do it yourself. Assembled a car to pull farm goods for my in-laws. I didn't expect this to spread very quickly. The whole village knew it all at once. The girl is a master at renovation and restoration. It wasn't last night. Father-in-law received more than phone number of relatives who have not been said they had a broken engine at home. I want the girl to help fix it. The father-in-law was only slightly readily agreed. Unexpectedly, my mother-in-law was very angry, blaming my father-in-law should not make without discussing things. He directly held. He also said that his father-in-law knows how to be a totally bad person. Forgot. How did the other party bully their family back then? It turned out that more than 30 years ago, father-in-law's family of 6 live in one room in a dilapidated house of less than 40 square meters in total. Although my mother-in-law, but the two parties have already negotiated the marriage. Order for my mother-in-law, you can have a better living environment. The mother-in-law's father helped to move the relationship. I finally gave it to my father-in-law. A 2 square meter home. But I haven't waited for my father-in-law's house to start the relative's father, because I can't see how good my father-in-law is. Since you have repeatedly reported to the town, said that this homestead of the father-in-law's family demand came from unfortunately the leadership at that time. I know that my father-in-law's house is, although the house was eventually repossessed, but I still rebroadcast a small one. Because of this, the two families are at odds. Little contact over the years, but my father-in-law felt that when it happened. The relative is still a little baby under the age of 10. The fault is only with the father of the relative. The so-called enemy should be solved. Besides, the father of the relative has passed away for 5 or 6 years. There's no need to hold on to this. But the mother-in-law was very angry at her father. I think my father-in-law is just too refuse when this girl comes back at night. Find out what happened. But I am very supportive of my father and also encouraged to persuade the mother. It is said that the two families have been working for decades because of if you can take this opportunity to fix it again for the younger generation of both families, that's a good thing. How about this? It's better to have more enemies than one less enemy. Mother-in-law thinks this is indeed the case. Say no more. So there is the scene at the beginning. The girl arrived at her relatives early in the morning. Get the engine back. I plan to renovate it well. So what happens next? Let's knock 20 cents of melon seeds together. Watch slowly. How did the girl renovate and restore it? Okay. I see that the girl is still quite experienced when repairing. He's a real craftsman. If possible, please give the girl a free love. Support it. Thank you very much. Just as the girl is reassembling in full swing, husband who works outside, but suddenly I call. Blame the daughter-in-law should not be so easy to talk. I don't think such relatives should be ignored. Knowing that your husband is a single. The girl wants to wait until we meet. Have a good chat with your husband again. And he didn't say much, still repairing itself. So, who do you think is right? Welcome to comment and leave a message. Let's go together. Let's take a look at the final product effect. How did it go? How many points would you score for such maintenance results? Welcome to comment and leave a message. Look, I've never seen such an awesome guy. Secretly hiding it from my wife. Use the private money you have treasured from a farm owner. Bought this long abandoned thresher. I know the guy is going to buy it back. DIY renovation and restoration. Owner also kindly reminded the boy. It says that this machine has been abandoned for years. It's rusted by now. Tattered. Even an experienced master. It is also quite difficult to repair. So the boss asked the guy to think about it carefully. Once purchased, it will not be returned. Unexpected or exchanged. The guy didn't say a word. I bought it directly for the money and asked a friend to put a whole forklift back. The wife was naturally very angry when she found out. Just grabbed the guy by the ear. He yelled at her. The boy was getting bolder and bolder. I used to just get a little power drill. Broken saw, you turn a blind eye. I didn't expect this time I made such a big jump. I really ate bear hearts and leopard gall when I came back. Questioned the boy. Are you secretly hiding private money behind your back? Otherwise, get so much money from milk to buy machines. I didn't expect to face the blame of my wife. The boy's smile appears exceptionally original. Although the young man's father-in-law is but he really likes farming. The old man planted several acres of wheat, rice, every year to work hard. After all, the old man has been planting all his life. But the father-in-law was a hot temper when he was every year because of the cue to be arguing with others while cooking rice. Good health when young. It's okay to argue, but now people are old. Mood swings too much. The body is prone to problems. Last year, he was admitted to the hospital. Originally, angrily, the family was not prepared to let the old man is very stubborn. Don't listen to what you say. It made everyone lose their temper. So as soon as the guy saw this abandoned thresher, I suddenly had an idea, ready to buy it and fix it up. Let the father-in-law no longer need. I learned of my husband's wish. The wife was moved on the spot, holding the boy's hand, apologized to the guy. I still keep the guy hiding private money. I forgot it. I saw that I finally got my wife down. The guy is also relieved. And then there's the rapt attention to fixing it. So let's take a closer look. How did the boy renovate and repair it? I believe you'll see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the boy's exquisite. Amazed, indeed. The masters are still in the folk. You can see it. Boy, at this time, the engine has been complete. Disassembly of parts. It's non-stop. Yes, disassembled parts. Do rust removal. After the parts such as refurbishment are painted and colored, the engine can be reassembled. As can be seen from the previous renovation process. Because some parts of the detachment machine are too heavy and the corrosion and rust are more serious, it is very inconvenient to renovate. So the guy specially found someone to come and help. The two worked together to cut and weld. It took a lot of effort. You can see it. The movement of the boy's hand can be described as unusual. A real craftsman indeed. The originally damaged engine was quickly replaced. Renovated, if possible. Please order for such a guy. Previous free love supported. Thank you very much. Then the two of them used non-stop and put the pieces back together again. With the final components installed, everyone worked together to remove the repaired thresher. Got it in the rice field, ready to experiment with the final threshing effect. How did it go? How many points would you rate for such a finished product? Welcome to comment and leave a message. Unbelievable. This is what it looks like. Beautiful young girl. To have such courage. Young. Trying to be alone in the eyes. In this wide river, they built a floating bamboo hut. I plan to challenge myself here. Live alone for a while. Don't look at the girl wearing glasses as if she is gentle, but the ability to survive in the wild is first rate. In the last half year, the girls are all alone in the rainforest, survive, up and down the tree, by the waterfall, these places that others don't think are ideal. As long as the girl sees fit, it was all built in the end. All kinds of temporary masterpieces. Pretty impressive. So, let's watch it together. How did the girl get in the river this time? Buildings can float, moving temporary accommodation. I believe you will see the end. You will definitely be impressed by the girl's exquisite memory. Amazing indeed. The masters are still in the folk. You can see it now. The girl has built the whole foundation out of bamboo and wood. It is now drawing the size according to the actual stroke. The bamboo tubes are being cut, and these cut bamboo tubes, after checking that the size is appropriate, as long as you do some punching and grooving, can be combined with each other. We made the beam column unit structure of the house. After making the required Bianju units, the next step is just to place it in the right place and tie each other with bamboo tubes, support combined, and through that hole, through the beams. Soon, the beams of the whole house are supported. It was built by the girl like this. Next, according to the advanced planning, and then we create the structural framework for the roof. With the binding of the upper chain completed, you can use it to dry in advance. Sun-dried brown dung, the upper roof has been laid. As for the bamboo whip that the girl is weaving at the next building, important materials for house walls. However, before the official construction, these bamboo whips still need to be soaked to improve overall resilience, make it more durable. After the soaking is completed, and after some drying, you can, according to the size of the bamboo edge, make a notch in the column to facilitate the next step of edge pressing and fixing processing. As for these thin bamboo strips, it is specially used by girls for decoration. Wait for the decoration to be completed. It's time to build the bed. It's time to build several bamboo tube frames fixed by binding. After some elevation, and then a layer of thick, broad bamboo just transformed, became a bed for girls to rest on. It's really admirable. So far, you can build the protective structure on the four sides of the house. Set up the pole first, reinsert the brace, and then we make short pieces of bamboo to tie.